is trending. Let's get to it from the Tribune newspaper with this big headline. Says Dangote Refinery reduces petrol price for oil marketers. Dangote Refinery has announced reductions in its price of premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, for marketers. The management of 650,000 BPD refinery explained that the price, which was 990 naira per litre, has now been reviewed to 970 naira per litre for marketers lifting the product from its refinery. Dangote, in a statement made available to Tribune on Sunday and signed by Anthony Chiejina, Group Chief Branding and Communications Officer, said the move was to appreciate the good people of Nigeria for their unwavering support in making the refinery a dream come true.
And on the Punch newspapers this morning, NNPCL marketers plan to cease petrol imports. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and major oil marketers are currently engaged in discussions on strategies to eliminate the importation of petrol into the country, with a focus on increasing reliance on off-taking from the Dangote refinery. This was part of the discussions at a meeting organized by the NNPCL Group Chief Executive Officer, Mele Kyari, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. One of the major marketers who attended the meeting confirmed to the Punch on Saturday that the discussion was still ongoing on the plan.
Still from the Punch newspaper, Army destroys 34 illegal refineries in Niger Delta. The 6th Division of the Nigerian Army said its troops have destroyed 34 illegal refining sites, arrested 11 suspected oil thieves, and seized over 80,650 liters of stolen products in the Niger Delta. The Army said this follows several clearance operations conducted alongside the other sister agencies in Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, and Akwa Ibom states, respectively, from November 18 and 24, 2024. The acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations Officer Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Danjuma disclosed this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt and made available to the Punch on Sunday.
Nigeria, Brazil signed MOU to boost agribusiness. The federal government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and Fundação Getúlio Vargas of Brazil, have signed a memorandum of understanding to advance private sector development in fertilizer production, hybrid seed technology, and agricultural finance. The MOU was signed on behalf of the federal government by the permanent secretary of the ministry, Mr. Temitope Fashedemi, and the president of FGV, Professor Carlos Ivan Simonsen Leal, at FGV headquarters in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, on the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit. According to Daily Trust, the agreement marks a new phase of strategic collaboration between Nigeria and FGV. The Green Imperative Project, lead implementer, one of the largest international agricultural technology transfer initiatives.
And from the Vanguard newspaper, President Tinubu is a reformer, not accidental leader. Presidency fires back at Kuka. The presidency on Sunday said that President Bola Tinubu should not be classified as among accidental leaders, asserting that he was prepared for the job. Reacting to the assertion by the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese that the country's leaders, including President Tinubu, were accidental leaders, the presidency described Tinubu as a reformer who is touching many lives. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, in his reaction reported by Vanguard, said President Tinubu is doing his best to ensure that things turn around in Nigeria.
And on Punch newspapers, review economic policies to provide relief for Nigerians, NANS urges Tinubu. The National Association of Nigerian Students has urged President Bola Tinubu to review his economic policies to provide short-term, medium, and long-term relief for Nigerians. The NANS clerk of the Senate, Abdul Yakin Odunayo, made the call in a statement released in Abeokuta and made available to the Punch on Saturday. According to him, the economic hardship is making life difficult for many people in the country. He also lamented that the current economic hardship has forced Nigerians to endure needless poverty and hunger.
And from the Punch newspaper, President Tinubu may present 2025 budget this week. Senate. The Senate has stated that President Bola Tinubu will likely present the 2025 budget this week. According to the Senate spokesperson Yemi Adaramodu, APC Ekiti South, the Finance Committee will meet with the ministries, departments, and agencies on Monday. As reported by Punch, President Tinubu submitted the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper for 2025 to 2027 to both the Senate and the House of Representatives last Tuesday.
And on Vanguard, Edo Okpebolo restores statutory rights to Benin monarch. The governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebolo, on Sunday took some landmark decisions which he said was to right the wrongs of the immediate past administration and foster cordial relations between the government and the people by restoring the full statutory rights of the Benin monarch over the contentious issue of the ownership of ancient artifacts looted from the palace of the Oba of Benin during the 1897 Benin massacre by the British colonial forces. Besides, the state government said it was withdrawing the later revoking the concession of Oba Akenzua II cultural center issued by the last administration to be used as a motor park. As reported by Vanguard, the government also abolished the various traditional councils created by the past administration for each of the 7 local government areas that make up Edo South, as against the initial practices of the Enige dukes representing Oba of Benin in all the dukedoms getting their entitlements to the Benin Traditional Council.
From the Nation newspaper, National Assembly will pass tax reform bills, says Honorable Jimbrin. A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abdulmumin Jimbrin, on Sunday declared that President Bola Tinubu's tax reform bills will be passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. Jimbrin's assertion came barely 24 hours after the Northern Elders Forum called on federal lawmakers from the region to kick out the bills. Honorable Jimbrin, who chairs the House of Representatives Committee on Housing and Habitat, gave the assurance while featuring as a guest on national television and reported by The Nation.
And on Daily Trust this morning, tax reform bills part of Tinubu's campaign manifesto, says Bola. Daniel Bola, Special Advisor on Policy Communication to President Bola Tinubu, says the controversial tax reform bills before the National Assembly is part of the President's manifesto and campaign promises. Daily Trust reported that the bills, particularly the proposed amendment to the distribution of value-added tax revenue, have sparked widespread debate.
Staying with you on the Daily Post, Ondo election, we are reviewing results, PDP governors. The People's Democratic Party PDP Governors Forum has said that the party is reviewing the outcome of the Ondo State governorship election. The forum stated days after a meeting in Jos, the Plateau State capital, on Saturday. Telepost reported that Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC emerged victorious from the governorship election held last weekend.
And still on Daily Post, minimum wage December 1st deadline stands, says NLC. The Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has reiterated that its December 1st deadline for all states to implement the new minimum wage still stands. Daily Post recalled that on July 29, 2024, President Bola Tinubu signed the minimum wage bill into law. Also on November 11, NLC announced November 30 as the deadline for all state governments to implement the new minimum wage for their workers, mandating its members to embark on an indefinite strike in states where the new minimum wage is yet to be implemented after the deadline.
And Daily Post trailing this headline, conversion of library into shopping malls unacceptable. APC tackles Governor Makinde. The Oyo State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC has described the recent conversion of some structures housing the Oyo State Library Board in Ibadan as unacceptable. The party made this declaration via statements made available to Daily Post on Sunday. The statement was signed by APC Publicity Secretary Wasiu Olawale Shadari.
And on Punch newspapers, Kwara restates commitment to food safety and security. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak has said his administration is committed to the implementation of a food system transformation pathway which promotes access to safe and nutritious food for all Nigerians. A government house statement made available to Punch on Sunday said the governor spoke in Ilorin, the state capital, during a 2-day biannual zonal review meeting on implementation of FSTP, organized by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning.
From the Punch newspaper, NYSC deploys 1,700 core members for Batch C orientation in Kwara. No fewer than 1,700 core members have been deployed to participate in the 21-day orientation course of the 2024 Batch C Stream 1 of the National Youth Service Corps, which begins in the Yekpata in Edu local government of Kwara State on Wednesday, November 27, 2024. According to a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer of the Kwara State Directorate of NYSC, Oladipo Morakinyo, made available to the press on Sunday, over 300 officials drawn from the NYSC and other agencies have also been deployed to execute the program. As reported by Punch, the statement said that the management of NYSC had directed that all its orientation camps across the country should be open as of Wednesday, 27th November 2024.
And on the Nation newspaper, 13 feared killed in fresh herdsman attack in Benue. Suspected herdsmen have killed 13 people in Azege settlement, Mbaya, Tombo Ward, local government area, Benue State. The attack, which was said to have occurred on Sunday morning around 7 a.m., led to numerous deaths, arson, and the destruction of farmlands and crops. Azege is the hometown of Honorable Benjamin Uzenda, the immediate past caretaker chairman of local government. Uzenda confirmed the attack to the nation, stating that herdsmen had previously attempted to overrun Azege in the past 2 months.
And I'm looking at stories trending on the foreign scene. United States Senator blocks general's promotion over Afghanistan withdrawal. Republican Senator McWayne Mullin of Oklahoma has placed a hold on the promotion of Lieutenant General Christopher Donahue, who oversaw the final withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan in 2021. According to reports, Mullin's action is intended to allow President-elect Donald Trump's incoming administration and the newly Republican-controlled Congress to weigh in on the matter. Donahue, the last American soldier to leave Afghanistan, was set to be promoted to a 4-star general and take command of U.S. Army Europe.
And in the world of sports this morning, Super Falcons coach Madugu invites 20 players for France friendly. Super Falcons caretaker coach Justin Madugu has unveiled his squad for the international friendly against France. Goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie, Ashley Plumter, Osinachi Ohale, and Michel Alozie are some of the regulars included in the squad. Versatile midfielder Tony Payne, Tosin Dimei, and Ifeoma Onumonu will also be on the plane to France. Captain Rasheedat Ajibade was excluded from the friendly because of injury. Well, and that concludes the headline news on Flow FM 92.7. To report local events, you can contact Flow FM's Newsland via call or WhatsApp. You can also report news, photos, and videos by emailing news@flowfm927.com. Tune in at 12 for the news at noon, and until then, I am Danielle Shitabe.
And I am Dayo Adeyemi. Join us at 8 o'clock for the review of some of these trending national stories. Good morning.
Here to light up the ceiling.